Well, the aliens aren't scheduled to arrive before noon. But as you can see, the crowd is getting pretty excited as America prepares for its first encounter with space since NASA went bankrupt back in 1998. It's quite a circus.
Thank you, Stryker. Of course, we will go back to Plymouth Rock the moment the aliens are sighted. In other news, the Environmental Protection Agency has added Hartford, Connecticut to its list of cities to be evacuated by year's end. Carcinogen levels there have topped those found in Baltimore last year. The gap between black salaries and white widen. Wait, something's now happening at Plymouth Rock. Stryker.
As you can hear, Bernie, there's definitely something going on now. We can't see anything yet, but this humming is definitely growing louder. You know, ever since the alien signal was first received some 3 months ago, speculation has run rampant as to their appearance, size, and shape of their craft. Oh my God! Clearly, yellow spacecraft are just nowhere right over our heads. It's absolutely amazing. This is literally an unbelievable sight. As I look to my left, I see Vice President D'Amato and Secretary of State Buchanan approaching the microphone. For those of you who are concerned, President Taylor, of course, is safe and secure in an undisclosed bunker until it's determined whether or not the aliens pose any threat. Hello? Hello? It's on. Can you understand me? I'm the Vice President.
We are space traders bearing exclusive gifts that will restore your nation to its former glory. Nearly limitless quantities of gold and precious metals that will instantly erase your deficit. Machines that will renew your rivers and your air. Cold fusion technology for a safe, cheap, and inexhaustible source of energy. All we ask in return is the delivery to our vessels. 5 days from now, every child, woman, and man in your nation with at least 2,500 milligrams of melanin in their skin per square centimeter.
What the hell is melanin?
Put more simply, in trade for solving all your most pressing domestic catastrophes, we are asking for every person in your country that you would classify as black.
Space Jews. So-called African Americans are the Jews, or specifically the tribe of Judah. Okay? Or Judah, Benjamin, and Levi are known as the Jews. All right? So, this is Space Jews. Okay? Now, this is Amber Muhammad movie, Cosmic Slot by George Clinton. Okay, this is where you can find that. All right, so let's get a couple of precepts. Let me start by saying Shalom, Kol Halal Yahweh Bashim Yahushua B'Hashem Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of the GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us truth. And Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right. Again, this lesson is going to be called Space Jews, right? Which I saw when I was dabbling. I wanted to watch a little Chappelle after I watched the monologue. So I went back and watched the latest one. I forget what it's called. And The Closer. I watched The Closer, and what Chappelle does is he'll set a joke up. He'll mention something early, and then he'll revisit it later on. One of the things that he revisited was Space Jews. Okay, letting you know that this nigga knows exactly who we are. All right. Now, this movie, this short movie by George Clinton, right, is about Space Jews. Okay, once you really get down to it, and that's what they're saying. Did he know? I don't know. Did Chappelle know exactly what he was saying? Maybe, maybe not. But through the Spirit, okay, it comes down to this: Space Jews. So let's go to the beginning. All right, where do we find the Space Jews in the beginning? Let's go to Genesis. Genesis 1 and 1. Okay, in the beginning, Elohim, Elohim, or you could say Elohim, Elohim in the ancient Hebrew, plural, meaning the gods, meaning Yahushai and the elect. Okay, Yahushai and the elect created the heaven and the earth. Okay, and this word moved is the word hovered. So they're your space Jews right there. The elect. Yahushai, what's Yahushai nationality? Yes, he's the Son of God, but he has a nationality. Okay, and we're going to get that. But here he is right here. In the beginning, Yahushai and the elect were in spaceships. All right? And I've done videos to prove what this word moved goes back to. All right? So go back and check that out in some of the chariot lessons that are made. And everybody should know this by now. Anyway, so there's your space Jews. Okay? There's your space Jews right there. All right? Now, Moses. Was Elijah a Jew? When he came back as John the Baptist, he was. All right? Elijah was a son of God. Okay? But let's deal with Moses. Okay? Let's see if I can just go to get him up. Get him up into the mount. What's that? Moses was a Levite, was he not? So he would qualify as a Jew in later days. Okay? Exodus 24 and 18. This is Moses going into the chariot. Okay? And Moses went into the midst of the cloud. There's the chariot. So, space, Jews. Got it? And got him up into the mount, and Moses was in the mount. What mount? For 40 days and 40 nights. Yahushai engraved him a mountain, as in she'll be coming around the mountain. Okay? That's a spaceship. Moses was technically a Jew, even though he's from the tribe of Levi, but Benjamin, Judah, and Levi were being called the Jews. Okay? Moses was a Levite, he was a Jew. And he was up in the cloud. The mount. That mountain was a spaceship. Space Jews. Let's get Yahweh shot. Hebrews. What is it? 1 and 14? Or is it 11 and 14? It's been a minute since I've got this. Let me see. Hebrews. That'll be 11. Let's see. Hebrews 11. Yeah, it's been a while. Salakia. It is evident. Salakia, bear with me. Where is evident? Seven 14. Salakia. Hebrews 7:14. For it is evident that our Lord Yahushua sprang out of Judah. He's a Jew. He's from the tribe of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood. Yahushua was a Jew. He's an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Well, where's the spaceship? SpaceJews. Did Dave Chappelle know what he was saying? Because he did say in the closer that when they shut the society down for the CV, they had the shutdown. All he did was watch video. Okay? And the elder apostles say, well, when they shut everything down, everybody was watching video. They had to see us. That came straight from the elder apostles' mouths. Acts 1 and 9. And when he had spoken these things while they beheld, he was taken up. He is Yahushua, the space Jew. He is the space Jew. A cloud received him out of their sight, Salakia. While they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel. Those angels are well, they're not space Jews. They're angels. But hey, they look like us. Which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as you have seen him go into heaven. Well, let's see how he's coming back. Space Jew. Revelation 1 and 7, behold, he, Yahushua, cometh with clouds, those chariots, and every eye shall see him. And they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen. Let's get that even closer. Isaiah. This is the original space Jew. Okay? Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, traveling in that spaceship. Okay? I, that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Who's that? It's Yahushua. In his spaceship. The space Jew. Get it? Okay? So that's enough. Now let's get space Jews. All right? Let's go here. All right? And we saw that. Let's get this. Okay. So this is a short version. It's this short. Let's see. Which one is first? I think it's this one is first, okay? Where he sets it up. Let's listen to it. Because what he's doing, he's using a double entendre. And he's referring, what he's doing is he's very sneakily exposing these gutter rats that are in our land posing as us. All right? They ain't talking about no spaceships. They're trying to hide them. They ain't talking about Yahushua. They don't believe in him. Okay? All right? So the scriptures just qualify as space Jew, right? What is this dude doing saying space Jews? Okay. He's going to bring out the chariots, and then what he's going to do is he's going to point at the small hats and make fun of them. Okay. One time it's about taking over the world, okay, which they have tried to do. And what he says is, how can one people, right? Let me see. I'll let it play and then I'll break it down. Okay, so let's watch this.
I also saw a lot of videos of UFOs. I mean, what the fuck has been going on with that shit? These niggas are here. These UFOs keep coming to Earth, and it made me think of an idea for a movie. Sounds dumb, but hear me out. In my movie idea, we find out that these aliens are originally from Earth.
Now we went through that. We went to in the beginning. Okay, in the beginning. All right. Hey, the first Yahweh Shai, right, was born unto the earth. Not in the beginning, but at some point. First of all, Yahweh Shai created the heavens and the earth with instruction from his dad and the elect. And the elect are here now. So let me let this play.
But they're from an ancient civilization that achieved interstellar travel and left the Earth thousands of years ago. Some other planet they go to, and things go terrible for them in the other planet. So they come back to Earth, decide that they want to claim the Earth for their very own. It's a pretty good plot line, huh? I call it SpaceJews.
Now, he was talking about us. Okay. Now, he was also mocking the small hats because they want to take over the planet for their very own. Okay. But they didn't create the planet, they didn't leave like we did and come back to claim it. He's talking about us. Okay. Because in the end, who comes back? All right. First of all, Yahweh Shai was there in the beginning, and then he was born onto the earth. All right, let's get that real quick, and then we'll come back. What is it? 1 and 21, Matthew. Matthew 1 and 21. And she, right, Mary, and she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins. Okay? And that happened. So he was born. Behold, a virgin shall be with child. Okay? And we all know the story. All right? So he was born unto the earth. Right? And they had already achieved interstellar travel or whatever. But here's the example right here. All right? And then in the end, right, what does he do? He comes back and takes over. Right? Let's get that real quick. Let's go to 19. Here's the space Jew. Okay. And I saw Revelation 19 and 11. And I saw heaven opened. Okay. That's the fourth dimension opened up in the sky. And behold, a white horse. There's the spaceship. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. There's Yahushua. His eyes were as a flame of fire. And on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name was called the Word of the Most. So who is the Word? It's Yahushua, the space Jew, in his spaceship, that white horse. The angels followed him on white horses. Okay? Now, what happened? He took over. All right? Jump down to 19. He had a fight, a war, and I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. All right? So there was a war. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, which he deceived them which had received the mark and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which proceeded out of his mouth, and the fowls were filled with their flesh. Okay? So he took over, and every knee shall bow. All right? So he came back to rule the world, just like Dave just said. Let's listen to it again. And then we'll listen to the other one. All right, again.
Millions of, I also saw a lot of videos of UFOs. I mean, what the fuck has been going on with that shit? These niggas are here. These UFOs keep coming to Earth, and it made me think of an idea for a movie.
So what he's saying right here, right before this part of the clip, he was saying, well, during the shutdown, I watched a lot of videos. He said, I also saw a lot of videos of UFOs and spaceships. So he's saying it right now. So he found out about us. That's what he's saying, on the under.
It sounds dumb, but hear me out. In my movie idea, we find out that these aliens are originally from Earth. That they're from an ancient civilization that achieved interstellar travel and left the Earth thousands of years ago. Some other planet they go to, and things go terrible for them in the other planet. So they come back to Earth, decide that they want to claim the Earth for their very own. It's a pretty good plot line, huh? I call it SpaceJews.
Okay, so that's him saying the first joke, which sets up the second joke. Here's the second joke. Now, this one is going to refer to, okay, the small hats, okay, and what they're doing to the Palestinians, okay. He's going to say, how can a people, right, claim that something happened to them and then they turn around and do that to somebody else? Okay. He's going to set it up. He's going to say, he's going to refer to slavery and a nigga that got his freedom from slavery, and then after he got his freedom from slavery, then he went out and bought some slaves himself, right? And then he's going to say, I got a movie about it. It's called SpaceJews. And what he's doing, he's referring to the small hats going through the Smolocaust, right? As in Jussie Smollett, the Smolocaust, right? And now what they're over there doing to the Palestinians. But he comes back and calls it, he uses the same line, the same movie, SpaceJews. So let's watch this.
There was a black man who was in South Carolina during slavery who somehow got granted his freedom by his so-called master. And when his master granted him the freedom, he also gave him a plot of land. Now, it turns out this brother was brilliant. He had a good eye, a good knack for farming. And he farmed this plot of land very successfully and made a lot of money. And this is where the story gets crazy. When he got all that money, this nigga bought some slaves. Not only...
Now remember that this part is at least 30 minutes after the first joke.
a slave owner, he became a slave breeder and employed tactics that were so cruel, even white slave owners were like, yo, my man. He's a wild dude, but he did it just because that's what successful people did at the time, and he just wanted to be down. What a fucking tragedy. How can a person that went through slavery perpetrate the same evil on a person that looks just like him? It's mind-blowing. And, shockingly, they're making a movie about it. Ironically, it's called SpaceJews.
You have to watch. Go watch The Closer and watch how he sets it up. But not only is he saying that Jake, whoever it was, he hired some slaves and all of that they are the Jews. He was doing a double entendre and saying, look at what the small hats are doing to the Palestinians. How could you do something that evil that was done to you, right? After it was done to you, how can you then turn around? And the word here is genocide. Okay. They were genociding you, but now you're doing it. Okay. So he was being very, very tongue-in-cheek, and that's what makes this guy who he is. All right. And he was coming after him. He was not only was he coming after him and exposing him, he was exposing that we are the children. There will it be said. Let's get that. We'll close it. I just wanted to go into that. There will it be. There will it be. There it will. There it, Slovakia, will be. Let me see. Ye are children, sons of the living God. Let's see. Is this it? This is it. Hosea 1 and 10. All right. We'll end on this. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, the so-called Jews, the Israelites, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Now this doesn't apply to the small hats, it applies to us. Okay? In the place where it was said that ye are not my people is right here. Right? And other places too, but the bulk right here. This is ground zero. All right? You get one more on the way out. Okay? Because not only the Jews, but Israel too. Judah and Israel are going to get lifted up. Revelation 11. And this is all, coming on the heels of this Ronald Dalton. All right, Revelation 11 and 12. What the hell is it? It's lucky, bear with me. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Okay? Well, there you go, right there. The cloud, they, who is they? The elect, who were there in the beginning, heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, who is them? The Jews and Israel. But there's your SpaceJews right there. All right? So with that, we hope that this lesson was edifying. I just wanted to go into SpaceJews. It's probably what I'll call it some kind of way. All right, so with that, we hope to elect to edify you brothers and few sisters with that shalom.